So, good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to introduce basic civil engineering, its scope, and outcome of the subjects. So, this is R2 syllabus, objectives, scope of civil engineering, outcome of the subject, specialization of civil engineering, role of civil engineers in society, impact of infrastructural development on economy of the country. This is blown up. Point wise we will go through and we will discuss each and every point. So first of all, we will talk about the objectives of this subject. So as you all know, civil engineering is the oldest branch in engineering, uh, and this is the branch which is most required. We lives in houses. Right from there we goes walks on the footpaths. We travel on the roads. We travel through rails. We travel through air, and we travel through waterways. And we consumes electricity. Then all the power stations, all the transmission lines, and we need water for drinking purpose. So all the water resources uh, related to transportation of water or electricity generation or storage systems or control systems to the operation of the water supplies. And then we comes to the food grains. So all the irrigation systems, all the agriculture facilities required, which is not part of mechanical, comes under the civil engineering. So civil engineering is a very vast subject. So we can say from opening our eyes to closing our eyes means while we are awaking in the morning to while we are going to the bed in evening, uh, of whatever we see outside, that all is civil engineering. So nothing can be left without civil engineering. If you are going into any other branch, even then, while you will go for make any setup, or you will go for make any shop, or you will go for make any industry, or you whatever you do, you need civil engineering very first. Then there are some points which we can discuss. Program educational objectives, PEOs, are there, and we will discuss one by one. So, within a few years of graduation, the graduates of civil engineering program uh, will, number one, practice the profession of civil engineering, make progress towards the certification as licensed professional engineers, and or pursue graduate studies. It means every one of you which are in civil engineering branch, they all will go through the professional activities done at the college campus for you. You will go for the industrial visits, and you will your exposure will be made towards the live projects, and in the classroom you will be taught about the basics of the civil engineering. uh, so it will be an exposure to civil engineering in detail later on. But when you will go to the practice the civil engineering uh, with your licensing, means with your degree, you have to go through a process, and you will read the skills, you will understand the skills, and you will perform accordingly for the welfare of the society. So first purpose is that all other persons everyone require civil engineering in his life, direct or indirectly. So that fellow should be aware of pitfalls of the civil engineering. क्योंकि हर कोई व्यक्ति अपना घर में रहता है, सड़क पे चलेगा, पाइपलाइन से पानी भी पिएगा, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी सप्लाई जो है उसके लिए भी लाइन वगैरह जो है, अलाइनमेंट है लाइन का, ट्रांसमिशन लाइंस का, तो वो जो है उसके साथ जुड़ा हुआ है. तो यदि कहीं कोई इफ एनीबडी गोज with the wrong practice, then you can stop that pitfall, or you can stop that person to doing that sin, and it will not be uh, it will not be beneficial. Sorry, it will not make any loss for you. So you have to be aware of that. Then we come to the second point: serve society and the civil engineering profession through involvement in community and professional organizations. So the organizations which are working professionally in the society, for the society, so they can serve in better way. Uh, the objective of this program is just to make some such basic skills inside you, that you can perform your duties in better way towards the society through this aspect also, such as you are engineer there, but you are not from civil side. So if you have basic knowledge, then you can correct the you can remove the pitfalls at that particular site, or at that particular place. So second objective fulfills the service of the community. Then third is pursue lifelong education through professional training and or independent inquiry and study. It is related directly with each and everyone individually, because while you will do the civil work for yourself, such as you are going to construct a building or you are going to own a house, then you can keep in mind the pitfalls which are or loopholes which are they're intentionally left by the builders or the contractors or that person who is doing the malpractice. So you can identify those pitfalls, and definitely it will save money, and it will be more safe if you remove all the pitfalls, such as some points will be given to you about the safety of the buildings. So how you can keep in mind, or how can you make the construction safe. So this knowledge will make you able to remove the weaknesses in the structural designing work, and you will keep in mind those points, and your building will be sufficiently strengthful, and no any hazard or disaster will be there easily. So so this is for making you yourself this much aware that you can do better for yourself. While you will do better for yourself, only then you can serve the society, because you will keep in mind those points which you have removed, or which pitfall you have removed from your own work or own construction. Then you will keep in mind each and every time, and while the work of the society is going on, then you will never do the same mistake, or you will remove the pitfalls for the work done to the society. Then comes to the fifth point, because there are many views or objectives, but these are major. So contribute new ideas and innovations that empower advancement in their profession. So because of the extra knowledge, you have heard about the students that a mechanical student done the coding and he is entertaining a job of 50 lakh per annum. So in the same way, anybody can do better in any other's field also, because research is nothing, or the pitfalls can be, anybody can do the mistake, that pitfall may remain, but anybody can pick up also any pitfall. So if you are looking with a different vision, or a computer engineer is looking at the site of civil engineering, and he can definitely pick up the mistakes done by those contractors or engineers, and there will be a saving of a lot of money, and as well as you can save a lot of lives also, if you find a pitfall in structural designing also. And this will be a great service of yourself, your own, as well as the great service of the society. So these are the uh, objectives of this program, uh, basic civil engineering. Now we proceed for the scope in civil engineering. So we will discuss and about the scope of first of all work employment, and then we will discuss about the scope in higher education in civil engineering. So in this, nobody should be hurted like this, because there are greater opportunities of jobs in government sector and PSUs also. So I'm not writing here the government departments, because near about all the persons are aware of about the government departments, but there are PSUs which very less people keep in mind the names of these PSUs, and these all PSUs have major employment to the civil engineers. So I will name one by one. BPCL, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. This is semi-government or public sector unit. मीन्स यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट के रूल्स अप्लाई होते हैं, और प्राइवेट सेक्टर का जो तर्ज पे काम यहाँ होता है. सो PSU की जो जॉब है दैट इज़ मच मोर बेटर देन इवन गवर्नमेंट जॉब ऑल्सो, क्योंकि यहाँ सैलरीज जो हैं वो अलग ढंग से ऑपरेट होती हैं, और गवर्नमेंट का जो स्केल है उससे भी अलग स्केल इनका होता है, ज़्यादा सैलरीज ये प्रोवाइड कराते हैं. देन वी कम टू द CIL, कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड. सो कोल इंडिया लिमिटेड ये भी सेमी गवर्नमेंट है, और काफ़ी पुरानी कंपनी है, जो कि बहुत बड़ी तादाद में, क्योंकि ये माइनिंग से जुड़ी हुई है, माइनिंग प्लस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ द कोल. सो लॉट ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट आर प्रोवाइडेड for civil engineers by side of Coal India Limited. Then the Dakshin Gujarat Which Company Limited, DGVCL. So this company provides a lot of jobs for the civil engineers. Then we come to the Delhi Development Authority, DDA. All the authorities are in the urban areas, such as in Jaipur, we can talk about the JDA, Jaipur Development Authority. So these authorities are also semi-government agencies working in civil engineering department. So a lot of jobs for civil engineers are there in each and every authority, such as the Delhi Development Authority. And then the corporations. So fifth point is Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, DMRC. तो जो DMRC है, दिल्ली मेट्रो रेल कॉरपोरेशन है, उसमें भी सिविल इंजीनियर्स का बहुत वर्क है, और राइट फ्रॉम द कंस्ट्रक्शन टू एग्जीक्यूशन एंड इवन ऑपरेशनल वर्क्स, regular basis, on daily basis, regularly civil engineers take care of these metro rail projects, and lot of jobs are provided from these metro rail corporation to the civil engineering. department. Then we come to the EDCIL India Limited. ये भी एडसिल करके जो है पुराना कॉरपोरेशन है इंडिया का, और ये पब्लिक सेक्टर की कंपनी है, और यहाँ भी बहुत बड़ी तादाद में जो है सिविल इंजीनियर्स के लिए जॉब हैं. एक्चुअल में क्या है, कोई भी कंपनी हो, कोई भी सेक्टर हो, जहाँ यदि वर्क ही सिविल ओरिएंटेड है, वर्क ही जैसे माइनिंग का वर्क है, या पेट्रोलियम माइनिंग का हो, या कोई मिनरल ओर हो उसकी माइनिंग का हो, या कुछ भी ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है, जैसे अभी मेट्रो रेल की हम बात कर रहे थे, या ट्रांसपोर्टेशन पे अभी आगे आएंगे, जैसे रोड्स हैं, रेल्स हैं. तो रेगुलरली these infrastructures require a repair and maintenance section also. So regularly engineers are required, and separately they have the civil engineering department for taking care of these infrastructures. Then we come to seventh point, Electronics Corporation of India Limited, ECIL. So ECIL is again, it's a electronics company, but each and every step civil engineers require for construction of the building, to maintenance and repair, and then after the while company is running, then the repairs are required, regular repairs are required. For that purpose, the civil engineering staff is required, and they have a separate civil engineering department. Then we come to the eighth point, Gujarat State Electricity Corporation Limited. Any state electricity board required a separate civil wing. There are separate civil engineering divisions in each and every electricity office, because while you are going to transmit, while you are going to we are not talking about the production, but while you are going to distribute the electricity, then you have to transport the electricity first. So transmission towers are prepared by civil engineers. So there are civil engineering divisions separately. So each and every state electricity corporation, there are civil engineering departments, and a lot of jobs are provided by these corporations. Then we come to the Heavy Engineering Corporation Limited, HECL. So heavy machining work is done here. Why? Because mechanical and civil, both branches are supplementary branches to each other, because in many fields, such as in field of manufacturing, of the mechanical parts or machinery or equipments, civil engineers are also required for preparing the foundation of machines. And while the machines are going under heavy vibrations, then regularly their foundations require a regularly repair and maintenance. So the civil and mechanical both are required regularly. So in Heavy Engineering Corporation Limited, which is related to manufacturing of the heavy equipments or machineries, so civil engineering engineers are also required there. Then Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, HPCL, you all know, it's a public sector company, PSU, and it has a very large turnover and very big company, and a lot of civil engineers are required for this. And even if we talk about the salaries for the employees in these corporations are very high, near about double of the government salaries. And then we come to the 11th, Indian Oil Corporation, IOCL. It is also a public sector unit which is working in field of petroleum. So again, very high turnover of this company is there, and these payout of these companies is also very high. Then we come to the 12th number, Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. अभी इसरो से तो सभी लोग परिचित भी होंगे ऐसे भी। तो इसरो जो है स्पेस प्रोग्राम्स जो है मोस्टली अरेंज करते रहते हैं, सैटेलाइट्स वगैरह बनाते रहते हैं और उनको लॉन्च करते रहते हैं। तो राइट फ्रॉम ट्रांसपोर्टिंग ऑफ द सैटेलाइट्स एंड रॉकेट्स to the launch pad, and then making the launch pads, and just up to the launching of the rockets. Uh, Civil engineers are required, and there are separate departments for civil engineers in ISRO also. Then IRCON International Limited. IRCON is Indian Railway Construction Corporation. So it is a limited company and public sector company. So IRCON is working in field of construction of railways. So IRCON has many ancillaries or its wings, which are making the aggregates, right from making the aggregate to execution of the railway lines. So it's a very big PSU, and it provides a lot of jobs for civil engineers. And then we come to the 14th, the कृषक भारती कोऑपरेटिव क्रेबको, जो खाद बनाती है कंपनी। ये यूरिया और जो आपके दूसरे और खाद हैं वो खाद ये कंपनी बनाती है। और यहाँ भी सिविल इंजीनियर्स का जो है बहुत बड़ा योगदान है और काफ़ी ज़्यादा तादाद में सिविल इंजीनियर्स की रेगुलर रिक्वायरमेंट पड़ती है, क्योंकि बहुत सारी विंग्स इन कंपनीज की काम करती हैं। रॉ मटेरियल को ट्रांसपोर्ट करना और फिर फिनिश गुड्स को ट्रांसपोर्ट करना, फिर उसके अलावा जो प्लांट एंड मशीनरी है उसका फाउंडेशंस जो है उनको रेगुलर चेकअप करना, बिकॉज हैवी वाइब्रेशंस आर देयर इन दोज इक्विपमेंट्स एंड मशीनरीज, सो दे रिक्वायर रेगुलर checkup and repair and maintenance. So there are separate civil engineering department wings. Then we come to 15th number, मझगांव डॉक शिपयार्ड, शिप बिल्डर्स। सो हम यदि डॉक की बात करें यानी कि बंदरगाह की बात करें तो शिपयार्ड है, डॉक है, वहाँ भी विदाउट सिविल इंजीनियर्स नथिंग इज पॉसिबल इन दिस वर्ल्ड. So at dockyard there's also a separate division for the civil engineers, and the wing is working day and night for there, because regularly damages are there on the docks. Then we come to the 16th point, Mumbai Railway Vikas Corporation. This is local Mumbai train, and this is a very big network and very busy network. If we talk about the urban railways, so this is largest urban railways, local railway, which is Maharashtra Mumbai Railway Vikas Corporation Limited. No any other railway in world is like this. Then we come to the 17th, National Aluminium Company Limited, NALC. So this is aluminium manufacturing company. So right from quarrying of the ore of aluminium to preparing the finished aluminium, and up to the transportation of raw material to execution of the finished goods. Civil engineers are required at each and every point. So it provides a lot of jobs for the civil engineers. Then 18th number, National Building Construction Corporation Limited, NBCC. So this is very old organization which is working. Firstly, it was directly under the government, and then the corporation was established by the government, and now this is very big organization which is providing jobs for civil engineers at a large level. So now we come to the 19th, National Fertilizers Limited. As the Krevko was working there for fertilizers, in the same way National Fertilizers Limited are working for the nation in field of manufacturing of the fertilizers. So in the same way as the civil engineering wing is required in CRIBCO, same way in the National Fertilizers Limited, the wing of civil engineers are required. Then we come to the National Highway Authority of India. National Highway Authority of India, you can see the boards at different places because nowadays there are expressways constructed uh, everywhere in the India, and these expressways are constructed by this National Highway Authority of India, and well, jobs for civil engineers at a large level are provided in the National Highway Authority of India. Then we come to 21st National Projects Construction Company Limited. These are also public sector companies because these are and also these are providing the jobs for the civil engineers at a large level because these all are working for construction of the civil engineering projects. Then we come to the National Thermal Power Corporation (NTPC). As you can see, nearest NTPC is in Kota Thermal Power Project, and then Anta Gas Power Project, then Chabda, the Waste Power Project. So these all the power corporations, National Thermal Power Corporations, comes under these NTPC, and these are giving civil engineering jobs at a large number level. Then we come to 23rd Odisha Power Generation Corporation. So this is an example of an state, Odisha. Neither everywhere there are three wings in power sector. So first is power generation, then second is power distribution, transmission, and then the third is power distribution. So as Odisha Power Generation Corporation, so here in Rajasthan we have Rajasthan Vidyut Utpadan Nigam Limited. So these are public sector companies and these are providing jobs for civil engineer at a large number. No doubt in this electrical engineers are also required because a lot of electrical engineer, but even civil engineers are also required for these corporations at a quite handsome numbers of civil engineers are required. Then we come to the 24th Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, ONGC. So I am telling you only one. There are many lot of number of corporations working in this field, but we are taking only one, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. So these all the corporations working in this oil and natural gas field, these are providing jobs for civil engineers in lot. Then 25th is power grid. So nowadays in our country, we have divided the India in 4 zones, and 4 grids are made. Power grids are made there, and these power grids are constructed by civil engineers. These are operated by civil engineers, and along with electrical engineers, no doubt. But civil engineers have equal interference there. They have their separate departments at power grids. Then we come to the 26th रेल विकास निगम लिमिटेड. रेल विकास निगम लिमिटेड जो है वो भी रेल के विकास के लिए वर्क कर रहा है लगातार. कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द रेलवे लाइंस के लिए वर्क कर रहा है और बहुत बड़ी तादाद में सिविल इंजीनियर्स को ही जॉब देता है. कुछ मैकेनिकल कुछ इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर्स भी रिक्वायर होते हैं, बाकी बहुत बड़ी तादाद में सिविल इंजीनियर्स का जॉब यहाँ मिलता है इसमें. Then 27th is Rajasthan Public Service Commission, RPSC. So Rajasthan Public Service Commission is a government agency which is providing jobs for others, but I think this topic is not appropriate here, but okay, we will remove it because this is not directly related to the civil engineering activities. Then rights, then Steel Authority of India, SAIL, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, BHEL, and many more companies are there, such as if we talk about the bridge construction company and bridge construction corporation, sorry. So many other corporations are, many other PSUs are working in field of construction, which are providing jobs for the civil engineers. So there are a lot of job opportunities for civil engineers. So it never means that other branches are not good, but civil engineering best for those fellows who think that civil government jobs are better than other jobs. Then we welcome each and every person which have a thinking or mindset that government jobs are better than other jobs. So we have a lot of jobs in government sector and in semi-government sector. And if we talk about the private sector, then also again lot of mind-blowing jobs are there. And if we talk about the salaries, such as in PSUs, just double salary than government, in the same way, near about in the same way. If we go in private sector, then the salaries are near about 1.5 times to double in the private sector, because they are doing quite handsome job, and their output is more than PSUs also. So I think a lot of job opportunities are available in civil engineering department. So the persons or candidates who have done the decision to come into the civil engineering, I welcome all those fellows along with others. But I'm in support to those students. Their decision is perfect one. So now we come to the outcome of the subject, because I'm not taking the government departments, other government departments and the private sector. हम यदि अभी स्कोप की बात करें जॉब्स के लिए ही, तो प्राइवेट सेक्टर में यदि आते हैं हम, तो जितनी भी कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनीज हैं वो सारी की सारी कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनीज हैं प्राइवेट सेक्टर के लिए, उनमें सब में सिविल इंजीनियर्स की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, और बहुत अच्छी सैलरीज पे, बहुत अच्छे पैकेजेस पे वो ले लेती हैं कंपनियां, सीधे चले जाते हैं। और गवर्नमेंट की बात करते हैं तो गवर्नमेंट में आरपीएससी जो है वो, अभी जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि दिस इज़ नॉट डायरेक्टली प्रोवाइडिंग द जॉब्स, बट आरपीएससी इज़ प्रोवाइडिंग जॉब्स of government jobs, because it is organizing the competitive exams for the government jobs, and then you can avail the government job. So a lot of jobs are available in the private sector, and there's no any competition is required. एक क्वेश्चन मोस्टली बच्चे पूछते हैं जब भी काउंसलिंग के टाइम पे आते हैं, एडमिशन लेते हैं, तब पूछते हैं कि सिविल में कितनी कंपनियां आती हैं। तो बच्चों मैं आपको बताऊं, ये कॉमन जवाब है वैसे तो, लेकिन जवाब नहीं देते लोग इस बात का कि भाई सिविल में कम आती हैं, ज़्यादा आती हैं, या आजकल तो कॉलेजों ने थोड़ा सा करने लगे हैं तो सिविल की भी कंपनियां बुलाने लगे हैं। मैं आपको इसका बहुत सीधा सा जवाब दे देता हूं। आप एनआईटी से लेके आईआईटी से लेके कहीं भी किसी छोटे मोटे किसी भी कॉलेज में चले जाइए, सिविल की कंपनियां नहीं आती। और वजह क्या है, क्यों ऐसा होता है, क्या वजह है कि जहाँ यदि कहीं शॉर्टेज हो जॉब्स की, तो वहाँ एक तो ज़रूर मतलब इंजीनियर्स की कमी भी नहीं पहले तो इंजीनियर्स आसानी से मिल जाते हैं, इसलिए कंपनियां भी किसी इंजीनियर की तलाश नहीं करती। और दूसरी चीज़ क्या है कि इतनी बड़ी तादाद में जॉब्स हैं कि बहुत अच्छा सामंजस्य, बहुत अच्छा तालमेल है सिविल इंजीनियरिंग ब्रांच में और जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ में, कि कहीं भी कोई कंपनी को आने जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती, क्योंकि जो भी पास आउट स्टूडेंट्स हैं, इफ़ दैट फेलो इज़ स्किल्ड वन, मीन्स दैट हैव नॉलेज about that civil engineering branch, then definitely anybody will pick the fellow, and he will be get placed, and no unemployment is there in civil engineering branch as such. And if anybody is still not getting the job, that fellow comes into the field of construction, or he starts the contractorship, or he opens the construction company. Many ways are available, because if there's यदि सिविल में कहीं कोई अनएम्प्लॉयबिलिटी रहती तो लोगों के ढेर लगे होते, भीड़ लगी होती। तो ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। पता नहीं क्यों रुझान घटे हैं। लास्ट ईयर एक न्यूज़ थी पेपर में, आप लोगों ने शायद ध्यान दिया हो, कि 5 करोड़ अपॉर्चुनिटीज रियल एस्टेट, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और कंस्ट्रक्शन सेक्टर में आने वाली हैं। 5 करोड़ अपॉर्चुनिटीज मीन्स इतने सारे, इतने बड़े लेवल पे एम्प्लॉयमेंट्स। क्योंकि ये जो बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट जैसे स्मार्ट सिटी का है, दूसरा फिर दिल्ली मुंबई कॉरिडोर है, ऐसे इस तरीके के बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं। एक बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट जो अटल बिहारी जी का सपना भी था, माननीय अटल बिहारी जी का सपना था, ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट था, लिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स। उस प्रोजेक्ट के ऊपर भी बड़ी तेजी से काम हुआ है और बहुत सारे लिंकेज बनाए भी हैं। आपने सुना होगा कि मोदी जी ने उद्घाटन किया था यहाँ, बनारस तक शिप कोलकाता से चल के आया, क्रूज। सो इट वाज ए ग्रेट अचीवमेंट, क्योंकि जो है वाटरवेज हैं उनसे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन जो है बहुत सस्ता पड़ता है, बहुत चीपर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन है वाटरवे के थ्रू। सो ये एक बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट होगा और इस संदर्भ में भी होगा कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन हमारा आसान होगा। प्लस एक और बहुत बड़ा हम साइड है, इसका पक्ष है जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं कि वहाँ बहुत बड़ा रिवोल्यूशन हो जाएगा यदि हम रिवर्स को इंटरलिंक करें, किसी तरीके से उनको आपस में उनका लिंकेज तैयार कर दें, लिंक्स बना दें, तो डेफिनेटली वी कैन फाइट फ्रॉम द ड्रॉट्स। सूखा जहाँ भी पड़ रहा है उनसे हम लड़ सकते हैं और उनको, उन इलाकों को जो सूखा प्रभावित हैं, सूखे से बुरी तरीके से त्रस्त हो रहे हैं, उन इलाकों को हम डेफिनेटली बचा सकते हैं, जीवन दान दे सकते हैं। क्योंकि जो सूखा प्रभावित क्षेत्र है वहाँ अकेला सिर्फ उस एरिया में सिंचाई के पानी की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती, उस इलाके में अकेले ग्रीनरी की प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती, उस इलाके में इवन पीने के पानी तक का भी अकाल होता है वहाँ। सो वी कैन फाइट द सिचुएशन ऑफ ड्रॉट by the interlinking of the rivers, and if potable water or drinking fresh water we can make available for natives of those areas which are living in the drought prone areas. So if we talk about the river linking project, so a lot of employment will be generated by this dream project रिवर लिंकिंग। बिकॉज यदि हम राजस्थान की बात करें, राजस्थान में यदि पानी को लेकर के आ जाया जाए, गंगा रिवर या यमुना रिवर जो है उसको यदि हम किसी तरीके से यहाँ लिंक कर सकें थ्रू पंजाब, तो एक इतना बड़ा रिवोल्यूशन हो जाएगा कि अकेला स्टेट राजस्थान इतना बड़ा है, यदि यहाँ पूरे को इरीगेट कर दिया जाए, देन इट कैन प्रोवाइड द फीड, इट कैन फीड टू होल ऑफ द इंडिया, not only in food grain but fodder also. So this team project is under consideration, and definitely we will succeed towards the starting of these projects, and then lot of employments will be generated regarding the civil engineering. So there will be no any employment problem in civil engineering in near future, and even I think this is my opinion, because at the rate we are producing the civil engineers in our country, it is very low. So we will require to provide the employment to the engineers from the other countries, or foreigner will come to occupy our jobs. So बच्चों, मेरा तो यही कहना है, कमर कस लो, तैयार होइएगा। और सिर्फ डिग्री हासिल करना इंजीनियरिंग नहीं होती, एक्चुअल में ये ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम है। यू हैव टू लर्न द स्किल्स। आपको, इफ़ यू आर नॉट स्किल्ड, देन नोबडी विल वैल्यू यू, nobody will provide any job, you cannot seek any job, and if you seek any job, then you will not get so much money as it you deserve, or it should be provided to you. So if you are a skilled one, if you have knowledge in your hand, then definitely you can grab the better jobs, and your future will be better. And the upcoming projects of government of India will provide lot of jobs definitely, and we will be in line of the developed countries, front line of the developed countries. And as Modi ji has declared that we will be 5 trillion economy up to 2024. So we will complete the dream of Modi ji also. Our economy of our country will touch the 5 trillion target definitely. So thank you boys. Thank you all for attending the class. Thanks a lot.